Hi, welcome to Respectfully Objectively. We talk about everything in the hip hop culture and try to be as respectful as possible. The topic for today is the new Joe Budden podcast. Yes, the new Joe Budden podcast. If you don't know, Joe Budden podcast has went through a lot of changes. It started off with Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal. Everybody know about the breakup that happened about a little over 2 years ago with Rory and Mal breaking up from the Joe Budden podcast, going on to do their own thing. Then he brought in Ice and Ish. You feel me? A bunch of new niggas, honestly. Let's be honest. A bunch of new niggas. Then it's been like 2 years he's had them as a group. Now he just introduced Queens Flip and Melissa Ford. I don't know if they're going to be full hosts on the two weekly podcasts and the Patreons, but they was just on this past episode, and I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly liked it. I feel like it was a good change. It was a nice, good change, good energy. You feel me? Nice, good dialogue. I liked it. I feel like Queen's Flip is definitely gonna bring something that the Joe Budden podcast was missing. Ever since Rory and Mal left, the Joe Budden podcast has got very, very mature. That's not a bad thing. But they don't talk about ignorant stuff like they used to. They don't goof off like they used to. It's very serious. It's very, very serious now. You feel me? I kind of like that. But Queen's Flip is definitely going to bring that ratchet, that hood queen stuff to it. That's what they're going to fake need. Also, Melissa Ford. I'm not that familiar with her, but she's a very attractive young woman. And I feel like she's going to help with the female demographic. Like, now they're not just going to be they crap on people like Meg Thee Stallion. It's not just going to be one-sided. It's going to be like some pushback from the woman's side of view. So I feel like it's a win-win in all aspects. And on the business side, I'm not in his business, but since Rory and Mal left, I don't think the Joe Budden podcast went on tour. Honestly, I don't think they went on tour with this new group. With Joe Budden, Ice, Ish, Parks, they have not went on tour yet. They canceled the first one because they said it was low ticket sales. Oh, no, they didn't. They said it's because everybody wasn't ready for it. But it was honestly because of low ticket sales. I feel like the next time they go on tour, if it's like in 6 months, 8 months, with this new group, they're going to be able to sell shit out. Queens Flip, Melissa Ford, they definitely going to bring a different type of energy to the podcast that it was missing for a very, very long time. But I'm going to keep watching. I ain't going to lie. But the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal, I feel like that was the best podcast out ever of all time. That was. And since the breakup, I feel like both sides is trying to look for their missing ingredient. Rory and Mal is trying to see if they want to be a guest show and have guests every week. And Joe Budden is fake doing the same thing, seeing if he want guests every week. We seen Mano and Jim Jones up there. He had Sue Surf up there every week before the RICO charges. So I feel like both groups, even though they split up, they both looking for that missing ingredient. Like, what are we missing that can compare us to the original podcast that we all had together? That's what I think, in my opinion. This is Respectfully Objectively. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And that is my point of view.